What's going on, guys? King Strats here, back another video on the channel. And today, when you're watching this, it is the 4th of July. Happy 4th of July to those who celebrate. It means there's a lot of fireworks. There are already a ton of fireworks going on in my town and around right now, so I can hear them all over the place. My dogs aren't a big fan of it, but we are going to celebrate the 4th of July, which I never do these like theme meals. I think they're kind of cringy, but I was just kind of in a mood for it anyway, and it fit. So I went to one of the oldest burger and hot dog joints around here, famous in New Jersey for their Texas wieners. That's what they're called, man, okay? A traditional Texas wiener is a hot dog with a chili kind of sauce. We call it sauce, mustard, and as well as onions. I substitute the onions for kraut because like raw onions in your breath, and I'll do garlic, but not the onions. So I want to do a little bit of like an older type of joint. I've done this actually 2 or 3, well, this is my 3rd time on the channel, but what better day to do that than today? So happy 4th to those who celebrate. Those who aren't American, like it's like the birthday, man. Like, so this is a day we told. It still don't matter. Anyway, we got a nice little lineup today. Drop a thumbs up, like, subscribe, all of the cringy YouTube stuff. But I want to get into this ASAP because the food's still fresh. Don't want it to get cold. We have an order of chili cheese fries. It's actually sauce and cheese, but I'm saying chili so that people understand what I'm talking about. I get the chili on the side and I pour it on because they wrap these up in like these like wax paper. And if you put like the sauce on it, it gets soggy, and I don't really like that. So I usually get it on the side and then pour it on myself. I never had these from here before, but I got chicken nuggets. I never had them, so I just saw it on the menu. I said, you know what? What's good? Let's try this out. Also got one dog, not all the way, because all the way, as I said before, comes with onions. I use kraut instead of onions just because raw onions for me, like, they don't sit well with the stomach. And then we got an order onion ring, which I'm gonna dip in the gravy and the sauce. And I got a burger, but this burger is a little bit different because I got it on a hard roll, and I got it with Taylor ham or pork roll, as well as hickory smoked ham. There's 2 different kinds of ham on here with some cheese. It's white American, I believe. I never really know, but like I said, Hot Grill's one of the oldest restaurants in this area, and it's one of them that I used to eat at as a kid. There is the gravy. So our gravy is a little bit different than a lot of different places. Some people say it's like poutine, but the gravy is very different than what I've had on poutine in my life with the cheese curds and all that stuff. So we got 2 different things of chili here, and then we got 2 different things of sauce. Let's get into let's start with the glizzy, the hot dog. It's served on this old soggy bun, but it's how we get down here. So you got the sauce underneath, the kraut, and there is mustard underneath there as well. I just can't do the raw onions. I figure y'all grilling burgers and hot dogs, so I join you. I don't really need to rate this. It's one of those places I ate at even as a kid. There's a softball field. I said this in another video. That's across the street from Hot Grill. And my dad used to play on like this, like, you know, men's softball team. And we used to always get Hot Grill after. I've been eating it ever since. At one point in my life, I had a neighbor that worked at Hot Grill, believe it or not. And instead of throwing the food out, he used to come home and give a bunch of like Hot Grill to like his family. But I was always sitting on the porch. He would just give me some. So I would share with my family too. I guess things never change. It's one of those things that the recipes are very old, so they're not crazy, very traditional. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you this chili is going to change your life. It won't. But it just has that nostalgia feel for me, so I figure what better day to actually have it. I've been craving it. If you had it, you'd probably rate it like, I don't know, 7. Me, it's like an 8, 9 because of the nostalgia. But again, this is more of a cravings day than anything. Holiday week's kind of messed up, but let's try these chicken nuggets. I've never had their chicken nuggets before. I'm sure they're frozen, but that's crazy. Bro, this tastes like better McDonald's nuggets. The crunch on the outside, I swear to you. They're kind of peppery though. I'm sure you can see like the seasoning on there. They're kind of peppery, so the texture and the taste, even the inside, look. Boy, if I had some hot mustard right now, don't let me find out. They're like $3 an order, $2, something like that. These bang. These kind of, wow. I know y'all can tell. Look at the crunch on that, look. Real talk, I'm going in the gravy. Those are kind of dubs. Like a slightly more bougie McDonald's nugget. Yeah. Can I rate that like a fast food nugget? That'd be one of the best fast food nuggets I ever had. Real talk. Rating it on that scale, you're talking like a 9.7. I like McDonald's nuggets a lot, but those are even better. Onion rings, nice and crispy. Yeah. You gotta kind of break this in. Go in the sauce. Those bang. Yeah. Sometimes I get them with cheese on them. But I didn't do that today. Bro, wow. It's like the perfect time of the year for it. I always remember getting this in the summer. Their chili is good though. A little bit of spice to it. Not like hot spicy, but like a spice blend, which I can't put my finger on. There's some sort of pepper, garlic. I'm sure they don't drain the meat because it's kind of fatty, which gives it a lot more flavor. Fat is flavor, man. It is what it is. Boy, that tastes me back. This is so popular around here that you can buy a tub of it to go. Like a container. You can buy it hot, which they just fill up for you. Or you can buy it previously frozen, which you can just put in your fridge and then do what you want with it. You got some frozen fries. Chuck them on some fries and cheese and you got yourself a meal. And the prices, because it's so old, are never like super high. Like this big ass burger, their patties are hella small though, I ain't gonna lie. Like, you see them right there? It's like this much, but there's like mad other stuff in here. Look at the layer of Taylor ham right here. It's pork roll. I don't care, bro. Not today. I'm just vibing. I'm trying to call a truce between South Jersey. And you got chili cheese fries. Or if you ask for them, you have to say fries with sauce and cheese. What you got right here? We're going to duck that back in here. Hold on now. Yep, there it is. Boom. There we go. That was a mess. It's all about the sauce and the gravy here. Everything else that you get, like if you just order plain ass french fries in here, you're going to tell me they're mid. And then they're fried right, but they don't even season them because they expect you to put stuff on them. Everything here is like a canvas. Very different. All of the flavor really comes from like the sauces and the cheese. Or with these nuggets. And of course, the Coke Zero. I can't believe how much I like this now. Bruh. I just ordered 40 of them. I know my delivery driver's probably like, bro, I got sauce on my shirt. Now that takes me back. My mom used to always get mad at me, bro. I'd be playing a game, or, you know, so, you know, my parents, my dad be playing a game. I always get food. I had ketchup all over my face. Still a messy eater. Now she used to get mad as hell. I ain't have to clean it. I asked her one day, I said, was I annoying as a kid? She said I was a handful. I'm still a damn handful. What that mean? If you know me, you knew that was gonna happen. The little onion ring. And you gonna go in like this, look. Look, look. That could have been dangerous. This thing is like $5. I love places like this because they don't ever charge you nothing. Never get a place that's like 80 years old and never change their prices because they don't even care at this point. I can only imagine what life was like back in like the 50s. Where you can get a burger for like a nickel. Which I understand how inflation happens, but we don't make salaries like they used to anyway. And let me clarify that before the peanut gallery comes in and corrects me. When I say we don't make salaries like that, like, compared to what it cost you in time and hours to, like, have anything. You know, back then people saved up for like a year or two and bought a house and they owned it. Now you save up for 6 years. You buy a house and you don't even own it. You know, you're still paying it off as a loan. So that's what I mean. Back then people bought like one toaster. It was like stainless steel. It lasted you forever. I don't know if like the younger crowd has it, but like a little bit older people, millennials and over, we all had grandparents. When you went in their house, it was like walking into a time warp. Because they had the same stuff they had in like 78. They ain't never get nothing new. Like my grandmother had a grandfather clock in her house. I can't remember the last time I seen a grandfather clock. Well, she sure had one. It'd be dong every 2 hours, every hour, whatever the hell it was. And like old, like appliances, all old. Because back then you bought it once. Now you're lucky you last you a year. Times have changed. That's why like food like this, at least I can feel like I don't have to pay a lot for something that's homemade. You know what I'm saying? Like this costs less than Wingstop. I think total for this order was like $28. Not crazy. $28. But you can't win them all. Anyway. I know most of y'all probably on vacation. Or like watching some fireworks and stuff. But last few days, I've been on a total lack of sleep. So I'm gonna get some sleep in tonight. After I stop, I'm gonna hop on stream because I haven't streamed in 2 days because of my computer issues, which kind of stinks. But I talked about this yesterday. I want to talk about this before I get out of here. I watched the season finale of The Idol. I said I was going to watch it last night. And I won't give any spoilers away for the 5 people that are watching it. But I think I'm the only person now who thinks the show didn't suck. I don't think it was good. I think it could have been great. The writing was bad. And it didn't give enough time to let it breathe. But when you look at some of the things that happened throughout the show, if you like increased the conflict or like gave a little more time for people to invest in the characters instead of, which some of the characters were awfully written, but I'm talking more about the premise. I wish that they could have just started from scratch and did that again. So I was reading about it last night because I was like, who signed off on this to like make it what could have been a good premise mid? Because the ending was kind of like, oh, for me. Like I said, I won't give any spoilers, but it was a little bit of a twist. And some people didn't really get it, the ending. But if you read between the lines, you could see it coming. But more or less, the premise of the show could have been so good if they actually fleshed it out and got better writers. I heard, because I was reading about it, like how did it end up like fumbling like that? Because I'm not considering to say the show was good. I just thought it didn't suck. I thought it was okay because of certain like premises and stuff like that. But more or less, supposedly like a quarter of the way through the show, they had a completely different tone of the show. And The Weeknd himself, which they used his house to film. I found this all out yesterday. They also used his concert to film parts of it. Like he had a concert in LA and they used like a part of the concert, I guess, to film his show. Which I guess is smart, but about a quarter or halfway through the show, they got rid of the original writer and like people behind the show, and then brought in the person from Euphoria, and they screwed it up. That's what I read, and I can see that, and that's why now when I found that out, I was like, man, this could have been something, because it was supposed to go in a completely different direction than what it did, and it turned into like adult soft core, which was like stupid. But I saw it through. I don't regret not watching it. I just wish it would have made it better. But even with all that, I just want to check in. This week with the 4th, I'm still going to do stuff as normal, but, you know, stuff like to change. This week I'm going to see Insidious, The Red Door, which I'm not the biggest on supernaturals, but I think that one's pretty decent. So I'm going to see that. I think that's it for the movie slate. But other than that, man, I just want to check in. You know what it is. Share a little bit of food with y'all. Something that, if you're not from Jersey, you can't really get, but you're ever in the area, buy me a 2 all the way, no onions kraut. And share a soda. But that's going to be the end of the video. I can't make super long videos right now because my graphics card is and it takes me longer to edit. But I got the people, it had something happen to it, so I haven't used my old one, and like editing is kind of a mess right now. But that ain't gonna stop me. It'll get replaced or fixed, one or the other. But I'm not gonna complain. That's a first world problem. Y'all already know what it is, man. I love y'all. We'll be back tomorrow. More content, man. I love y'all. The hand signs. They made it to YouTube.